Have you ever noticed that the harder you chase someone, the faster they seem to run away? It's like the more effort you put into grabbing their attention, the less interested they become. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script? What if you could become the kind of person people are naturally drawn to? Someone they notice, admire, and even pursue. In today's video, we're not just talking about relationships. This is about energy, mindset, and stepping into a version of yourself so magnetic that people can't help but gravitate toward you. It's not about manipulation. It's about becoming the star of your own story. Because when you stop chasing, something incredible happens. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to shift from being a spectator in someone else's life to taking center stage in your own. But for one, why chasing doesn't work. Chasing someone isn't just about your actions. It's about the energy you're putting out there. When you chase, you're unconsciously saying, I need you more than I need myself. And that creates an imbalance. The person being chased feels overwhelmed, maybe even repelled. Why? Because deep down, everyone craves a connection with someone who values themselves first. Let me share a quick story. Years ago, I was completely infatuated with someone. I was texting them constantly, rearranging my schedule to fit theirs, and overthinking every single interaction. And you know what it got me? Nothing. They distanced themselves. And it wasn't because they were a bad person, it was because I wasn't showing up as my best self. My energy was needy, and needy energy isn't attractive. People are drawn to confidence, not desperation. Here's where most of us go wrong. We think more effort equals more affection. But relationships are like magnets. The harder you push, the stronger the resistance. Number 2, the power of detachment, the butterfly effect. This is where everything changes. When you let go of chasing, you create an energy shift. Imagine trying to hold water in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But if you relax your hand, the water stays. Relationships work the same way. Detachment isn't about giving up, it's about letting go of the need to control the outcome. It's saying, I am whole and complete on my own. Whether this person chooses me or not, I'll be okay. This kind of mindset is magnetic because it exudes strength and self-assurance. In my own experience, the moment I stopped obsessing over that person and redirected my energy to myself, everything changed. Suddenly, they reached out. They wanted to know what I was up to. They felt the difference. Why? Because I stopped giving them all my power. Number 3, be the star of your own movie. Think about your life as a movie. Are you the star, or are you just an extra in someone else's story? If you're chasing, you're stuck in the background, you're reacting instead of creating. But when you step into the lead role, everything shifts. The camera focuses on you. What does this look like in real life? It's about pursuing your passions, nurturing your friendships, and investing in your personal growth. When you do this, you naturally become more attractive, not just to the person you're chasing, but to everyone around you. Why? Because you're radiating purpose and joy. This isn't just theory, it's human psychology. We're drawn to people who are confident, self-assured, and fulfilled. When you embody these traits, you become the person others chase. Number 4, self-worth and the abundance mindset. Let's get real for a moment. The root of chasing isn't about the other person, it's about how you see yourself. When you feel unworthy, you try to fill that void by seeking validation from someone else. But this approach will always leave you feeling empty. Here's a powerful exercise. Imagine you're on a scale of 1 to 10 in self-worth. If you see yourself as a 5, but the person you desire is a 9, you're creating a gap. And that gap feels like insecurity, which repels rather than attracts. But when you start to see yourself as a 10, not because of superficial traits, but because you know your worth, you close the gap. You become an equal, not a pursuer. This abundance mindset is life-changing. It shifts your focus from how do I get them to how do I become the best version of myself. And ironically, it's when you stop needing them that they become drawn to you. 5. Practical steps to shift the energy. Alright, it's time to stop talking theory and start getting practical. How do you move from chasing to attracting? I'm going to give you 3 steps, and here's the best part. They're simple, actionable, and they work. Step 1. Prioritize your world. First, Ask yourself, what makes me happy? Too often when we're chasing someone, we put their world above our own. Flip that. Focus on activities that light you up, whether that's hitting the gym, taking up painting, or finally tackling that business idea. When you're passionate about your own life, you stop looking outward for validation. That shift is powerful. It's the difference between saying, I hope I'm enough for them, and declaring, I am enough for me. This energy is irresistible. Step 2. Build boundaries, build respect. Let's talk about boundaries. Picture this. Your time and energy are like a bank account. Every time you overextend yourself for someone who doesn't reciprocate, you're draining your balance. So here's your new rule. Only invest in people who invest in you. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about showing that you respect yourself enough to protect your energy. People notice when you have standards, and more importantly, they rise to meet them. Setting boundaries is like putting a VIP access only sign on your life. It's classy, it's confident, and it's effective. Step 3. Open up to bigger possibilities. This one is a game changer. Shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. When you're fixated on one person, it's like staring at one door and ignoring the infinite hallway of opportunities behind you. Here's what I want you to do instead. Visualize the kind of relationship you want. Not the person, but the feeling. Do you want a connection filled with laughter, respect, and shared goals? Hold that vision. By focusing on the qualities that matter, you stop settling for what doesn't align and start attracting what does. This isn't just mindset, it's strategy. You're training yourself to look beyond what you've been chasing and see the bigger picture. Here's the truth. These steps aren't just about attracting others, they're about reclaiming your own power. When you prioritize yourself, set standards, and open up to abundance, you don't just shift the energy, you shift your entire life. And here's the beautiful irony. When you stop chasing, you become the one they can't help but chase. The biggest lesson I've learned is this. You don't need to chase anyone. Your worth isn't defined by who chooses you. It's defined by how deeply you choose yourself. When you embody this truth, you become magnetic. People gravitate toward authenticity, confidence, and self-love. So take a step back. Stop chasing, start living. Be the star of your own story, and watch as the people who once seemed out of reach now can't help but come closer. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below. What's one thing you'll do differently starting today? Let's take this journey together.